everybody, welcome to today's edition of the CrossFit Games Update Show. I'm Sean Woodland with Nicole Christensen. 14.3 is now history for the women. How'd you do?
Sean, we're here to talk about women that are on the leaderboard. Why do we always have to talk about my score?
On the leaderboard, maybe not where you want to be. So I guess that 14.3 was not your
not my
favorite.
Not my favorite.
Thing. Well, it was the favorite of quite a few athletes, and they are at the top of the leaderboard in 14.3. This is clearly a workout that landed right in the wheelhouse for quite a few people.
This is absolutely one of the most specialist-driven workouts we've seen in open history. Case in point there, Judy Stewart sitting in 3rd place overall in the world in this workout. She was 2,050th in the first workout, 9,786th in the second workout, and then in the third workout she takes 3rd overall in the world. I mean, this really kind of drives home the point of we need multiple tests to determine who goes to regionals, not just one test.
Danielle Seidel was the woman who won this workout, 192 reps, and just like everybody else, she was eagerly awaiting the announcement of 14.3. When she heard it, she knew she had a really good chance.
So my coach and I got extremely excited. One, because I'm known for being able to move some pretty high weight around, and secondly, I love to deadlift. And my coach and I, we walked through the motions and made sure that I overemphasized my hips and just made sure every rep was going to count instead of trying to go so fast that maybe I didn't feel myself open up all the way. We talked about just going at a consistent pace to make sure I feel my hips fully open on each rep.
This has been a long journey back for Danielle Seidel after what happened last year in 13.2 and her getting disqualified. How important was this win for her?
I mean, I think it was huge from a confidence perspective, from a kind of what are her goals. She wears a t-shirt that says redemption, and that's kind of been her theme, is putting herself back in a place where the community is behind her and says, hey, look, she did perform those deadlifts to the standard this year. She kind of took that extra step back to say, I'm going to make sure I really get the movement dialed in every single rep, so there's no question. So any question people did have, she kind of laid that to rest, and I think she can go forward saying, I'm going into regionals with a clean slate on all ends.
Yeah, well, with that performance, she's setting herself up very nicely for a trip to regionals and possibly beyond. But when we get to the overall leaderboard now, after 3 weeks, we start to see the names that you would expect to see up there. It's sort of more normal than the 14.3 leaderboard is. Europe well represented at the top. Sam Briggs, Annie Thorisdottir, Martina Barbaro. Then at 8, there's Jen Smith. She's out of Central East. At 12, Mickey Nuccio. She's out of Central East, and then you move a little farther down the leaderboard and you see more of these Central East women popping up. We knew the men's side of that region was going to be a lot of fun to watch. Now it looks like the women's side is going to be just as competitive.
I mean, there's something in the water in Central East, apparently. I mean, those 7 women are all top 50 in the world. Julie Fouché will be making a return this year after taking last year off. Michelle Kinney missed the games in 2012, but came back in 2013. Jen Smith has been training with the champ, with Sam Briggs, for the past couple months, and she's going to make a move there up to the kind of top tier of those games athletes this year, I think. Danielle Seidel, we know she's coming back with a lot of determination, and then Lindy Barber took that 3rd place spot last year. It is going to be a thick Central East competition this year.
Before we even got into the Open, we looked at Julie Fouché and we said, well, she's the favorite in that region. Is that still the case now?
Absolutely. I mean, it would be completely premature for somebody to say that Julie Fouché is out this year, that she's not going to be able to kind of give all these girls a run for their money. What we look at is, yes, she's sitting there in 25th, but it's the Open. All she needs to do is do these workouts, get herself to a place where she goes to regionals, where the breadth of the movements and the repetitions and the skills kind of expand, and that's where she's going to excel and set herself apart. Not here in the Open. She doesn't need to.
Well, the Open continues on Thursday in Seattle, Washington, and it's Scott Panchik going up against Josh Bridges, and you can watch it all go down live on games.crossfit.com at 5 p.m. Pacific time. After the workout, make sure you stick around for the cool down. Rory McKernan, Dave Castro, and both athletes will be fielding your questions via social media. And if you want to get those questions in now, use the hashtag CrossFit Games on Twitter, and maybe your question will make it on air. Tomorrow, Pat Sherwood is back. We're going to be breaking down that 14.4 matchup. For Nicole Christensen, I'm Sean Woodland. We'll see you back here tomorrow.